Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today's video is an unboxing of a video card that I just recently picked up. This is the GeForce GTX 1650 Super, and it's from Zotac Gaming, as you can see on the box there. And the reason that I bought this card is because this is a very small card, and the main reason that I wanted this card is that the power connector, the 6-pin power connector, is on the back of the card instead of on the top of the card, where the power connectors are on like 99% of video cards or 95% of video cards. And I really like very slim cases, not low profile, but as slim as possible, that still take a full height expansion card. And with video cards, most of the video cards that have the power connector on top, the video card will fit in the case, but then there's no room to plug the power connector in. So it's very, very frustrating. So I found this Zotac card in the last few weeks, and I was so thrilled because it has the power connector on the back of the card. Just like the RTX 2060 has, it also has the power connector on the back of the card. Unfortunately, the prices in Canada for the RTX 2060 is completely in the stratosphere. So even though I'd love to have one of those cards, that's never going to happen. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you I'll just hold it up here, get it straight. There's the front of the box, and there's the back of the box. And there's the left side. I guess I'll put it this way. There we go. And here's the other side. Nothing on this side either. There we go. And there's the end. Not that it matters, but there you go. Just in case you're interested. Okay, so I'm going to open this up and give you a look at what's inside. Now, in recent years, can't even undo the sticker that's holding it closed. Okay, so in recent years, it seems like the packaging for video cards has been getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And they give you nothing in the box, or very little in the box anymore. And when I went to pick up this box from the post office, I couldn't believe how small the outer box was. And then when I opened up the outer box and saw how small the actual video card box is, I was blown away. I'm like, holy cow. How, the boxes are just getting smaller and smaller. Now, mind you, this is not a very big card, so there's that as well. Okay, so there's, whoops, that's what's inside. Just move this out of the way. And this was sitting on top, like this, little packet. So it doesn't feel like there's a disc in there. I guess they don't give you driver discs, driver CDs anymore. I guess I should know that. I'm a little bit behind the 8 ball. Okay, so inside we have, it's hard to see what it is, and this just looks like advertising. Yep, it's just advertising. Oh, I wanted to apologize. They're working on the elevators right now, and my apartment is right on the elevator shaft, and they're setting off the fire alarm, so you might hear that in the background. If you do, I apologize. There's the quick installation guide. which is a typical fare for all products nowadays. It's just a fold out. I forget what they call these. Looks like that. With many languages that don't say very much of anything. And then this is, please make sure to have the latest available drivers installed for your Zotac GeForce GTX graphics card for optimal gaming performance. The latest GeForce drivers are available at geforce.com. So that's just a little piece of paper. Okay? And then inside we have the graphics card. And that's it. And the paper tray that it comes in. The environmentally oh, I can't think of the word. Environmentally sound packaging. Anyway, okay, so here's the card. This is very small. Judging by the pictures on Newegg, it didn't look like it was this small. This is very, very small. The only thing that concerns me is here is the top of the bracket that goes on, you know, that you screw down onto your PC case. And the PCB right here is taller than the bracket by this much, by like a finger, not quite a finger. And if this part is too tall, it's still not going to fit in my low profile cases. So as you can see on the back, I think you can see it there, is the 6-pin power connectors here. And this is the front, if you want to call this the front. Now just move this so the light hits it. So you can see it has one display port, one full-size HDMI, and one DVI connector, and a lot of opening for air to escape the case. These fans are really tiny. These are, I don't even know if these are 80mm fans. They're very, very small. And there's the back of the card. Hopefully it's in focus, I can't tell. And I guess there's 2 fronts and 2 backs on a video card because everybody calls this the front, but I would call this the front as well. And I would call this the back, and I would also call this the back. So there you have it. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm not going to plug it in and test it out or anything like that. This was basically an unboxing, but what I want to show you is I'm going to grab my 2 cases that I may use this card in at some point, and I'm going to try and show you how the card fits and how much clearance there is, just to give you an idea if you happen to have one of these cases. Well, I know the one case nobody's going to have, but the other case is a big brand case, so some people watching may have that one. So I'm just going to go grab them and I will be right back. Okay, so I'm back, and here's case number 1. This is an upright case. Goes like this. I absolutely, just pull it back here so you can see it. I absolutely love this case. I found this at my one of my local PC shops, and it's a very old case. It was sitting up on a shelf with a plastic bag around it. It wasn't in a box or anything. And I saw this this LCD display, and I had to have this case. And I also, it's got the if I can get it open here. I don't think I can't get it open from this, but you can put a DVD drive or an optical drive in here, and it also has a 3.5 inch slot, which I probably wouldn't use, but it's still cool. And down here is the USB connectors. Anyway, this is an upright case, even though it's very slender. It's not meant to lie down because you can see on the bottom it's got these really cool feet. So anyway, I don't have a motherboard in it right now. There's the interior. So there's no motherboard in it, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to install the card where it's supposed to go. And then I'm not sure if this card is going to go in here because the PCB is taller than the bracket, the PCI bracket, or the back plate, or whatever you want to call it. This is a dual slot card, which I'm sure you noticed when I was showing you before. You can see it's got there's the top of it. I forgot to show the top last time. Guess I should do it this way. Well, it doesn't matter. Anyway, you can see the big aluminum heat sink. It doesn't have the metal fins like a more powerful graphics card would have. So I'm going to install the card in the bracket as if there were a motherboard in here, and it looks like it's definitely going to clear. And there's enough room at the back over here to plug in the 6-pin power connector. So there's one screw. I'll put the other screw in just for the heck of it. Okay. So there's what it looks like, and it looks like it just barely fits. I'll just put the side panel on, or just slide it on there anyway. And yes, it fits. The side panel goes on. So that's good news, because I love this case. This case is so cheap. And it's so old school. I'll just show you it with the video card installed. There we go. But I love this case. It is the coolest little case. It takes a micro ATX SFX power supply. And if you see the back, there's the back. So you've got full height expansion slots, four of them, takes micro ATX. And then it's got two, I believe these are 60 millimeter or 40 millimeter, can't remember, fans. And then the power supply goes at the top of the case. So anyway, the video's not about the case, it's just about the video card. So I'm going to remove the video card, and then I'll bring out the other case. A case that some of you will either be familiar with, or you might even own one yourself. Okay, I'm back with case number 2. Before I forget, I measured the fans on the video card, and they are 65 millimeter fans. So they are very small fans, and they better be silent, or I'm going to be very, very upset, because I am extremely sensitive to fan noise, any kind of noise, but in particular fan noise, and it really upsets me when I hear any of the fans in my computer. And so I'm just hoping that, you know, in the last couple years, with people becoming more and more concerned about how much noise their computer is making, the manufacturers have been forced into making the fans that they sell, the fans that they put on their products, quieter. So hopefully the fans on this card are going to be quiet. Okay, so this computer case is very heavy, very, very heavy. This is the Silverstone Grandia GD04 media PC case. Now I bought this many years ago, and it's got a thick solid aluminum front, which you may still find them nowadays on current products, but I think what's been happening is either if they use aluminum on the front still, it'll be getting thinner and thinner, and I think for the most part they'll be replacing the aluminum front with plastic to cut down costs, so they can charge lots of money, and because they've eliminated the aluminum, it costs them less to make, so they make more money on the product. So anyway, I know, I just took a look at the back of the case, and I can tell that this video card is definitely going to fit in here. I'll just flip it around so you can see the back, and you can see the space above the expansion card slots. So there's quite a bit of space above those, and there's definitely enough room for this video card to fit in. So just gonna pull the top off. Now there is a computer in this case, but it's a very old computer. It's got my GT240, I think it's called. Oh no, it's not. It's got the what was it called? The 9500 GT NVIDIA, I think it was called. I'll just give you a peek. Well, you can see the graphics card there anyway. But there we go. Now you can see the graphics card. It's an oldie, for sure. I'll just pull this out if I can get it out. NVIDIA GeForce 9500 GT PCIe 512 meg DDR2. Yeah. So that's my old 95, what did I say? 9500 GT. If anybody's interested, if anybody out there is into the old, what do they call it? Retro gaming, retro PC hardware, legacy PC hardware. So there's my 9500. And now I'm going to put this graphics card in and just make sure that it fits in terms of height. Got to take out the slot plate. Here we go. And there's lots of room. There's lots of room in terms of the height. So that's really good news. For me anyway, because I love this case. This case is beautiful. This is another micro ATX case. That's how they keep it small. And it's got the optical drive, which I still use. Not much, but I like to have it there. And then you can mount the hard drives over here, 2.5 and 3.5 inch. And it's got this gorgeous aluminum front, and the buttons are so smart. So let me see. I don't know if you can see this. Not really on camera, but there's the graphics card. There's the graphics card installed. Oh, I'm gonna move this back. There we go. So I can't really show it there. You can sort of tell from that angle that there's quite a bit of height left for this card to fit in. So if you own this case and you're looking for a small graphics card, to fit in the case that maybe is going to be good enough to game on. I'm hoping the 1650 Super is going to be substantially better than my GTX 960 for the win, which I currently have in my media PC. I hope this one's going to be much more powerful, or there'll be a significant boost in performance, because the 960 still rocks, at least for the kind of games that I play. I don't really play first-person shooter. I'm not going to play FPS games on my big TV because I'm sitting on the couch. I mean, what are you going to do for a keyboard and mouse and stuff? So that's never going to happen. But I just tried War Thunder. I've never installed it before, and I was playing that on my 960. And yeah, at 1080p it ran great. So I'm hoping that the 1650 Super is just going to be that much better. So, excuse me. That's going to conclude my unboxing for the Zotac Gaming GTX 1650 Super. And I hope that this video has been helpful for you, and thank you for watching. I just wanted to do a quick extra segment at the end of the video to show me removing the EVGA GTX 960 for the Win Edition video card from my media PC. This is in the Rosewill FBM06 ATX, micro ATX case that I reviewed about 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago. And I'm just going to remove the 960 and install the 1650 Super, just to show you. I want to do a size comparison so you could see the difference in the two video cards. And then I might add a little bit at the end where I try out the 1650 and see if it performs any better than my 960. So there's my 960. It's a very nice card. I bought this. This was refurbished, and even refurbished, it was still a lot of money. And here's the new 1650. So you can see, if I were to line up the brackets, you can see it's way, way, way smaller. And there it is, very tiny. And the power cable. The 1650 only takes a 6-pin connector, whereas the 960 took an 8-pin connector. So we'll plug in the power connector like so. Not very nice. Very nice indeed. Okay, so there we go.